What is going on, Supers? Welcome back to another episode of Swoop Luke. And God, let's just review that Collingwood Essendon game. Jesus, let's get into it. So, Collingwood took on Essendon at the MCG on Sunday, and it was the most craziest game that I've probably ever watched. I know we've had a couple of nail-biting wins, and then there's that 2010 grand final and the draw and stuff like that. But winning it a goal after the siren, or pretty much on the siren, is just nuts. And the way we went about it, the way we won, and just that whole game as well, you know, being 37 points up, then being 20 points down with 9 minutes to go, 10 goals to 2 in the second and third quarter is just crazy. We honestly were, Essendon just had us dead to rights in that last quarter. Not that we didn't deserve the win, but we kicked ourselves out of it for one. Losing a 37-point lead isn't anything to smile about, because that's crazy. But that's another story that we'll talk about a little bit later. But in saying that, being 20 points down with 9 minutes to go, and then kicking a handful of goals on the trot because we start taking that game on. We've all seen it. We've all heard it. Crisp taking the game on in the middle and setting up Josh Carmichael's first goal. And then you've got the efforts, the tackles. Pendlebury kicking out the Darcy Moore in that last play. Then going to Trent Bianco on that skinny side down to Jamie Elliott, where Jamie Elliott didn't have any right to mark that ball. But he did. And the rest is history. And it was just... It was just a fantastic game. It had everything. It was a roller coaster of emotions. I thought we had lost in that last quarter. I thought, okay, this is just everything that's happened in the last 8-9 weeks. You know, winning games by under 12 points has not come to bite us back on the arse, but it has come to just the guys being just tired. You could see it in the second and third quarter. They were just wrecked. So I thought, okay, we've had a good run. Amazing. We're going to lose this one. Probably the loss that we need to have. But I've got to learn that the Collywobbles are absolutely dead. And we are a team that believes now. It's not something that I've seen from a Collingwood team in so long. Probably ever, to be honest, where we just don't give up and we're fighting to the death. And that is on Craig and the assistant coaches as well, but mainly on Craig McRae, because that's what he said from the start in that very first interview. He said something like, it doesn't matter if we're 60 points up or 60 points down, we will continue fighting. And yes, I would rather see us keep fighting when we're 60 points up than 60 points down, but what he's done to this team, not even from taking him from 17th to 4th on the ladder, just instilling that belief that no matter what happens, how much time is left on the clock, how many points we're down, we can still win, is crazy. And it's honestly beautiful to watch. This Collingwood side is beautiful to watch. Now, this game, like I said, had everything. 37 points up in the first quarter, keeping Essendon goalless, kicked 6 goals, and it was just that fast, manic, exciting football that we've come to love this season. And we've seen it in patches here and there. We haven't really sustained it too much for a whole entire game. But those 6 goals in that first quarter, and I thought, we are on here. It was a beautiful day on Sunday. And I thought, bang, we're on here. Let's go. Here come the Pies. It's going to be a nice 30, 40-point win. But then Essendon kicked the next 10 of 12 goals in the second and third quarter. And then they were up going into that last quarter. Then they were up by 20 points in that last quarter. And you're going far out. This is just typical Collingwood to go 6 goals up and then either lose it or win it in a nail-biter. And, obviously we won it in a nail-biter. But there is... Now, let's take this win and run with it. Amazing, right? But there is a lot of things that we need to improve on. And one of them is being... holding a lead. It's a 6-goal lead, and I don't know what happens between the first and second quarter. Yes, Essendon came out and played a lot better, kicking, I think, 5 goals in that second quarter. But we just need to be better to hold that lead, and it's not something that we've seen for a long time. Even the GWS game, they in that last quarter they kicked a couple of cheap goals, and the margin went from 30 points or something to 11. We've got to see it a little bit more, especially coming into September, coming into those finals. Not that's percentage matters or anything in finals, but if we're 36 points up in a final, and oh god, this just reminds me of the 2018 grand final. Oh, far out. Why did I do this to myself? But I guess the point still stands. If we're 6 goals up in any sort of final, and we have to claw our way back and only win with a kick after the siren, I guess amazing effort to win by a kick after the siren because you had to claw your way back. But we shouldn't have to. You're 6 goals up. 6 goals is a lot to come back from. And, teams do it all the time where they kick 6, 7, 8, 9 goals in a quarter. But if you're dominating a game so much that you let the team not score a goal in one quarter and you're kicking 6 in that quarter, you should be able to pile on 2 or 3 more goals in the second quarter, and they should struggle to keep up with you. But, look, it's something that we're still learning as a team. Craig McRae would even say that we haven't been, a 4-quarter team for the majority of the year. But in saying that as well, 4 points are 4 points, and you just got to take them. And that last quarter just showed everything that Craig McRae and his coaches have been working on, and everything that this team has come to be now. If you look at all the major stats, Essendon wiped us clean, and that was pretty much the second and third, and started that fourth quarter where they did that. We knew Essendon coming in were going to smash us in clearances. We run the ruck tap outs, but I think they were like plus 15 or something in clearances around the ground. We are 18th for centre clearances. We know that this is why we need Brodie Grundy back. Looks like he won't play this week. He'll probably play in the VFL, which is pretty good. So probably playing him in the VFL, good, get him that run, get him ready for, I think after Port Adelaide, do we take on Melbourne and then Sydney, or is it either Sydney then Melbourne? But whoever it is, get him ready for that game, get his fitness up, because we definitely need him in the side. We went from a top 4 team in centre clearances to now 18th, so that's crap, and we need that, because now with that 6-6-6 rule, centre clearances, you can't chuck a spare man down. That's where you can generate most of your goals from. Get it out, bang, centre clearance, marking the goal square, marking the forward 50, you get a shot at goal. So just definitely need to tighten up on that, and that was evident. It's been evident since Brodie Grundy went down, but mainly yesterday when they smashed us through there as well. Another one that we need to improve on is efficiency going inside forward 50. We have all of this beautiful possession, all of this great play, and then it just coughs back out. I don't really know how to really change that without a big key position forward, and I'm talking a huge key position forward like a Hawkins or a Cameron, etc. So that's probably not something that changes this year, but we're making it work with just what we're being able to do, which is great. It's just, you got to tidy up those little things, and then you can start believing a little bit. And look, I do believe that we're going to play finals. I don't know if a grand final is is on the cards, but anything now, from anything after our 7th win for the season to the end of the season, is a bonus. I just wanted to get through 6 wins, which was our wins from last year, from 2021, and anything after that is a bonus, and we're in the top 4. We are 1 game off top spot. That's incredible. Some will say it's luck, but look, to win games, you need an element of luck, right? That's just with any game. Even if you win by 40, 50, 60 points, you need an element of luck. But it's not just luck. It's I keep saying belief, but that's what it is. It's the belief in this team. And, man, it is just crazy, crazy, crazy good to watch them when they're at their peak. In that second and third quarter, it was pathetic. I won't put it lightly. It was pathetic. It was crap. But that first quarter and that last quarter, chef's kiss. It was absolutely amazing. There were a lot of individual performances. I think Trent Bianco, especially in that last quarter, was fantastic. Obviously, that kick to ELLIOTT was perfect. Ash Johnson, 3 goals was great. Brody Mychek's tackle in the last quarter. Then there was Braden Maynard, who is just a warrior that we all love, spoiling that ball. I think it was a Nick Hind kick, but whoever was kicked it, he dove, spoiled the ball, wrecked his shoulder, and that led on our Medi-sub, our super Medi-sub, Josh Carmichael, who kicked 2 absolute clutch goals in that last quarter for a kid playing his 3rd AFL game in the MCG in front of 72,000 people. What more could you ask for from a kid like that? You know, a mid-season draft pick doing that on the biggest stage in Australia is incredible. And obviously, Josh Dacos' goal of the year, that is vintage Dacos. Any of the Dacoses now, it's just vintage. Handballing to himself, tapping it to himself, running 20, 30 or so meters or whatever it was, and kicking that ball. As soon as he kicked it, he knew he scored that goal, much like Jamie Elliott. Just, oh my God. 2-1, marked. He had no right to mark that ball. No right at all to mark that ball with those 2 Essendon players there. One of the smallest guys on the field took the mark, went back, probably 45 meters out, 45 meters out or so from memory, and just slotting it right. The kick was it barely deviated off the straight line where he kicked it, and just that celebration, the old let me hear it, and then just the swarm of Magpie players was it was absolute scenes. I couldn't think of a better way to spend my 30th birthday. It's a birthday that I'll never forget thanks to this club. I just absolutely love this club so goddamn much. Look, like I said, there was so much to love about this game. That first quarter was great. If we can do that for, 2 or 3 quarters, that would be fantastic. 4 quarters, if we could do that, I would love that even more. But it's just a very stark contrast. That first quarter is what you want to see. You want to see your team kick, a handful of goals, keep the other team goalless or down to 1 or 2 goals. Attacking flair, excitement, just the running and stuff like that. You want to see that sustained for the whole game. That would be amazing. 30, 40 point win. You can sit back, you can chill out with, a beer or a meat pie and stuff and just not have a heart attack like they've been giving us for the last 9 weeks. But then that last quarter was also what you want to see from your team, where they just knew what had to be done, knew they could do it, and they executed it just perfectly. And again, I'll talk about that last set play coming out from the point where Jones kicks that point. Pendlebury then goes to Moore, who's running. Trent Bianco is free for some reason, kicks it to Jamie Elliott, and goal. It was incredible to watch. It was incredible to be there, and the belief is just incredible. There's that word again. The word of this video is belief. But anyway, guys, this has just been my review on the Collingwood Essendon game. Let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know what was going through your head when, we were 20 points down and when we started coming back and Jamie Elliott had that ball in his hands. I'd love to know. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. But also, you can get these hats. They're selling pretty fast, but you can get them at swoopluke.com. Free shipping, obviously. I'll be sending a bunch out this week. If you've ordered some, thank you so much. But until then, like, comment, subscribe, tell your family, tell your friends, tell your pets, and until next time, double checkers. I'll swoop you later.